Hello everyone, I'm Ronan Unchained here with Samuel Leggett. We're back for Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you. It's been a while, but I've been in the back of my head after all this traveling and stuff that we've been covering. It's just like, there's that anime. We're not going to forget about that anime. No matter what heat wave we're all dealing with right now. But Sam, how are you doing? Like, how do you feel about going into episode 4 now that you experienced those first 3 episodes and the months of me telling you, dude, there's this anime that's coming out. This is manga I'm reading.
I've become a fan. I think that I appreciate the nuance and like how naturally the relationships are progressing. It reminds me of some like slice of life animes that I used to look at. I'm still trying to get him to watch My Dress Up Darling though. So if you guys are watching this, try to get him to watch that.
It's on the list, y'all, but we got enough. Like, the menu is already filled with this, another anime, and another live action show that we can't talk about yet. But yeah. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and the last we got of this series was we introduced a new character that I'm very interested for you to learn more about, because she is one of my favorite characters in the whole series, the whole manga. The manager, yeah, Goto. Yeah. But yeah, I say without further ado, let's go back to shopping. Oh, how I remember the flip phones.
あれおかしいな。画面が真っ暗だ。あれ急いで修理してもらわんと。
アホ中関修理できるやつこの時代にいねえよ。
Yeah, if they start dating, I'm gonna be done.
You have no idea what I've been dealing with the past 7 volumes, and I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, he got a smartphone.
スマホに変えたものの全くの未知だ。あ、そういやスマホで新聞読めるんだよな。どうやるんだ？ちょっと試してみるか。ダメだ。何もできん。あれなんだこの画面。最初の画面にどうやったら戻るんだ？
This is an iPhone commercial episode.
あ恥ずかしいことに基本の操作もままならないんだよね。田山さん？
基本の操作ね。じゃあ使いそうなやつだけサクッと教えるか。
お願いします。
まず基本中の基本。さすがに最初のホーム画面は戻れると思うから飛ばすけど。
あ、ごめん、それも教えてほ
Oh
しい。
yeah, her number is definitely end up in his phone. This is hilarious.
スマホはフリック入力なの。ボタンタッチして打ちたい文字にスイッてしてみて。
スイ。
I feel for those who haven't converted yet.
ごめん。
Boomers.
私が入れる。
すみません。すごいな、田山さん。これで携帯みたく使えそうだ。
まあ使っていくうちに慣れるしかないんですけど。そうだ佐々木さん、スマホデビュー祝いに山田さんの番号を教えてあげようか。
いらない結構です。絶対ダメだ、田山さん。個人情報なんだから。ましてや山田さんのだなんて。
おう、もうあげちゃった。
そんな。
We're gonna turn to ash.
田山さん。
ま、嘘ですけど。
すごー。
よし、できたった。
She took a picture of him. I knew
取ら
it.
れたことにも気づいてないでやんな。うーし、今日も頑張るぞ。
Aww. He's blushing.
Literally right out of the book, and I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. Yet be like, oh, damn.
タバコの銘柄でそいつの性格がわかるらしいぞ。
He's not listening to him.
あるね、そういうの。佐々木さんのはどんななの？
出てきた。俺はね、人を見下している割に性癖はマゾより。なんだこれ。
タバコ吸えない。マジ。
田山さんはどうだった？
二面性があり、実は性欲が強い。
Whoa! Whoa!
こういうのって大体オチにしもいの持ってきがちだよね。おまけに作った人の偏見強めっつうか。
Interesting.
I love the Two-Face part though.
一部当たってて笑っちゃったけど。
He's like, I'm
すみま
sorry.
せん。
何？正座してどうしたの？タバコは？メガネは？
そういうものだと知らずに変な話題を振って本当に申し訳ないというか、言わせてごめん。
私のために良かれとやって謝って。バカな佐々木さん。別に私怒ってないからタバコ吸い直せば。
田山さん、二面性っていうのは当たってるかもしれないね。
Ooh!
前から思ってたんだけどうまく言えなくて。
You hear the beat of the
やっぱ
heart.
りそうだ。
Uh-oh. She's terrified.
クールだけど優しい。田山さんってそういう子だよ
I
ね。
mean, he's kind of right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
田山さん、
それさっき吸いかけてたでしょ。
ありがとう。
ああ、ごめん、忘れてた。
こんなやつが山田さんのレジに並んでいいのか。いや、
お客様、こちら先に空いてますので。
はい。
He's like, no, your ass is coming here. I'm checking you out.
Yo, she looking down. She's not even smiling.
お、
That's interesting.
なんか面白いことあったんだろうな。店長見たかった。
ありがとうございます。ポイントカードお預かりします。
そうか、衣替え。
She have
なんという清涼
she
感
didn't
だ
have
った。
her sleeves out before.
というか山田さ
I
ん、
guess that's his kink. Oh, skin.
She might as well have her shoulders
お
out.
かげでアイスいらない
She
な。
was like, I can't take it.
帰ろう。
But look at that. He says, I don't need ice cream anymore. I just saw her arms and I'm good now.
Uh-oh, she's gonna think.
昨日は暑くてアイスを食べたかったんだけど、
うん。
店にマイナスイオンが満ちてたから十分進めたんだ。
何それ。なんだ。山田さんの半袖で暑さ吹っ飛んじゃったとかじゃないんだ。あ、図星。
違う。
Poor man has dropped a cigarette on the
早
ground.
めに衣替えして季節感を教えてくれる販売職の皆さん、山田さん、ありがとうとしか思ってな
じゃあ可愛くないんだ。
い。そんなわけ。
Yeah, she is playing with this man. It's torturous.
半袖が
You might as well
と
call
て
him
も
Peter
似合
Parker,
う人だ
bro.
なと
He's
思っ
getting
ております
business.
佐々木さんすごい痩せ。ほら。
あ、田山さん、この
Yo. Yo. And she
お
don't
腹
see
見てほんとごめん。それ、お腹冷えちゃわない？お腹冷えちゃわない？お腹冷えちゃわない？ない？素敵だと。
イエーイ。
that. Yeah,
冷
she
えちゃわない？大丈夫？
She feels like she's competing with herself.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
本当にこの時半は。
田山さん、無理しなくていいから。田山さんごめん。俺、お腹にかけたらどうかと思って渡して、別に来てってわけじゃなくて、不快じゃな。
Yo, what is
お腹より腕が好きってか、佐々木。しばらくラーメン控えるか。
I was curious because again, like you hear a lot like sometimes they have to cut out chapters and whatnot. It's like no, they're literally doing the phone, they're doing the whole like it's the changing of the seasons, and now what does it feel when she's trying to be dynamic and like luring him in, and he's like no, like oh. I like the short sleeves, but no, I dare not look at someone's belly, especially a woman's belly. Yeah, it was amazing. I was again one of the most charming and sweet mangas I've ever read, but also one of the funniest ones because I'm like, you dude, come on, you gotta be kidding me with this ridiculousness. But yep, it is true to form to the manga. They have not strayed away that far off, and even showcasing him spending time with his work and what it's like for him to work. I appreciate that this story does. How do you feel about episode 4, Sam?
it was making me giggle. It was making me gush. I think her getting flustered with him was just very interesting. Like, I mean, she was competing with herself, even talking to herself about the fact of what's going on. She took a picture of him, while also she did it for her own reasons. It wasn't just to play with him, and she's completely keeping him in the dark. And it was even more interesting is that she was upset with him, but then they kind of moved on to another day, which that's how relationships work, especially beginning relationships. Like, it's never going to be like, well, it's one and done. Like, sometimes you take a L that day and then the next day you pick it back up. And that's very controlled writing, because it would be easier to kind of dramatify it and say they came back at night and were texting each other, because he had his smartphone and she had her number. Like, they're allowing it to kind of naturally progress, given their two circumstances. Which he's an older man that's completely oblivious, and she's a younger woman, but also very mature for her age at times. So it makes for very good writing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Like again, you sense that they both are independent, and yet they both have ways to go about connectivity with others. And he's very thoughtful or thoughtless, I should say, depending on how you look at it. He's very careful with what he does. I mean, it was amazing the whole thing of like the phone. I'm like, can you just choose the font size? And her even getting that request from her, I was like, okay, I'll help you, but you better not, because I guess she likes seeing him with the glasses on. It's like, all right, you better not lose your glasses. I'm gonna do this to you. I'll do it for you, but like you keep the glasses on forever. And he's like, okay. Um, and again, it's it's realistic with like, okay, the short sleeves. Well, that's just basic. It comes with work. But like, and I love how she was like, really, this dude is more into short sleeves than seeing a belly, like belly button. Like, I'm like, all right. And I love how even she took into consideration, like, okay, I guess I better lay off the ramen, if he loves the arms more than the belly.
Right.
And just again, just discovering the minutia of their quote unquote kink, if you will, of like, okay, that's what got him to not get ice cream in the middle of a hot day, which is ironic for all of us here on the hot day of how hot the temperature is with us. Um, and again, even the small moment that I love that's in the manga of Goto just like passing by and be like, something went down. Damn, I missed it. Hopefully, I'm there when I catch it next time. Because she knows these two are into each other, but they're playing the long game, either subconsciously or consciously.
There's one anime, I forget the name of it, where basically the people around them are kind of like watching what's going on, and they're just like, oh my gosh, what the heck just happened? And I love that small interaction, because that's realistic too. People are gonna gossip and talk about it. It just normally it's kind of linear as far as the way the storytelling goes. It's just based on the two, main people. But the other thing that I thought was interesting is that they're becoming friends, right? Like he's got work friends, but outside of that, he doesn't have anybody. And it's to the point now when he goes to the supermarket, he's intending to see her. Like he wants to see old girl because he's hot and bothered by her, but he's intending on having a conversation with her. And it's interesting because more and more she wants to interact with him. It's almost like I think I think she's developing a crush on him, and he's enjoying her company, and like looks at her as a friend, which is very funny. So I don't know where that dynamic's gonna shift, if it ever will shift. Um, but yeah.
And now we'll keep my mouth shut because again, I've read ahead. But yeah, folks. Hope you all enjoy our reaction, our review for episode 4 of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you. Thanks to Sam for hanging out and watching this anime. We have something besides the usual suspect stuff to cover. TBD for Chainsaw Man season 2. But yeah, we'll be back for episode 5, and if they don't stray away from the manga, the way this first, if you will, volume or first part of the manga goes, we're gonna care and love these characters more and more and more, and hopefully the rest of the supermarket. And I'll leave it at that. But until then, take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Peace, y'all.